Hello and welcome to a stream of Assassin's Creed Unity Dead Kings DLC. So I'm postponing my Prince of Persia Sands of Time playthrough until next Wednesday. Need some things sorted out with that game, optimizations and all that kind of stuff, because I want to make sure that because I'm playing it for the 20th anniversary that I'm actually playing it in a quality that's actually decent enough to be adequate to celebrate that game's 20th anniversary. So next Wednesday I'll be starting Prince of Persia Sands of Time to celebrate its 20th anniversary. So today's stream instead is going to be the Dead Kings DLC for Assassin's Creed Unity. I'm going to be loading up a save file that was from my previous playthrough of Assassin's Creed Unity, where I did a challenge with main targets, stealth challenge, and no upgrades at all. I'm going to be doing the Dead Kings DLC on that. But first I need to actually assign skills to Arno, because for that other playthrough I wasn't allowed to, but this is a separate, different playthrough, and the Dead Kings DLC I'm going to have all the skills that I want, so we'll go in and sort that out first before we jump into the Dead Kings proper. Hey there XD, hope it's going good. So the last playthrough I did of this was the 12th of this month, and that was a challenge playthrough, which if you want to actually see that, it's in the past broadcasts. Well, it probably isn't anymore. It's probably been automatically deleted from that, but if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll be able to actually see the whole playthrough that I did of that game. Here's a link to my official channel on YouTube. At the moment I just put archived videos, but I do have plans to do other content. So that's the link to the actual YouTube, and then if you search for Assassin's Creed Unity you should see some Assassin's Creed Unity playthroughs. So the last playthrough I did of this with the main game was a stealth challenge mixed with a main targets only challenge mixed with a no upgrades challenge. So you can find that over at the YouTube channel now. This playthrough, very separate, so I'm going to have to load this save file up though, so I can actually go in and apply all the skills to to Arno that I wasn't able to for that challenge playthrough. Hey there Shin, thanks for the welcome back. I was just doing some testings earlier with Prince of Persia Sands of Time, but I wasn't happy with how they were going, so I'm going to postpone that playthrough till next week now. Alright, so this save file is the file that I was using for that other playthrough, in which I wasn't allowed to upgrade anything, but this is a completely separate playthrough, not related to that at all. I'm doing the Dead Kings DLC, but first I want to go in and take this, which isn't much.
I saw Madame Gouge and Monsieur Cusier last night.
Did you indeed?
That's where we set up for that, but first let's go into character customization. So as you can see, if you look up the top of the screen, 59 skill points essentially is how many I ended up getting after finishing that previous playthrough. So I wasn't allowed to get any of this stuff, but for this playthrough of the Dead Kings DLC I'll be able to take advantage of having all that at my fingertips. So we'll definitely add a lot of these. So stealth, definitely want the disguise. Let's see. Health, definitely want to get thick skin. Let's have a look at melee. Range gets a ranged weapon. And let's have a look. Improve Phantom Blade, grab that. Oh, you did, Shin? Oh, nice. Oh, that's good that you did. Roll recovery. Double assassination. Double air assassination. Health. Get thicker skin. Apprentice locksmith. Just in case. Merely, let's get staggering strike. Poison gas bombs and stun grenades. There we go. Alright, gear loadout. Since that challenge playthrough was part of a different playthrough, I'm allowed to actually use weapons that are better than what they give you at the start. So we've got the Sword of Eden. Pistols. Equip the silver-plated pistol, upgrade that. Now equipment, let's have a look. What I want to do is actually change to one of my favourite outfits and use this for the Dead Kings DLC. The one designed by Todd McFarlane. Let's equip that, upgrade that. That, upgrade that. My wife has banned me from making any more breakfast puns. She says if I make any more, I'm toast, but the kids keep egging me on. Thanks for redeeming that, Mr. Gote. Nice one. How's things going, dude? Shin, you're doing a melee ball playthrough where you're in a complete jerk and kill Sigurd, are you? Well, good luck with that, Shin. I hope you enjoy playing through the game like that. Mr. Gote, good. You've been making money and stuff here and there, doing stuff for people's YouTubes. Well, that's definitely good as well. Alright, so we'll upgrade that, and then it's time to have a look and see what we might need to get refills of, and then we're going to jump into the Dead Kings DLC. So I'll be playing through the whole DLC. This is a playthrough just as a filler playthrough, because I'm postponing the Prince of Persia Sands of Time playthrough until next Wednesday. Arno. Hello. Refill all. Alright, so we can carry 2 poison bombs, 3 stun ones, 9 of the smoke bombs, 8 of the cherry bombs, 7 of the whatever that is, and 5 of the consumables, the medicines. There we go. Alright, time to do the Dead Kings DLC. Probably take about 4 hours, I think. Which will work out nicely for a filler stream.
A word, brother?
Hello? It seems like we've encountered some kind of a glitch. Hang on.
You! Not one more drop until your bill is paid!
You can. He's with me.
I thought you were guillotined.
What a dreadful thing to say to your rescuer. Did you receive my message?
If I do this, I want to leave France.
I can procure you passage from Marseille on a ship to Egypt in 4 days.
You have a clue as to the location of the manuscript?
Condorcet knew he was being hunted. He disappeared for 2 days before his arrest, and he left this behind. His manuscript must be in Louis IX's tomb.
The royal crypt! Oh, I must warn you, monsieur. The ghosts of the kings wander the caverns. And when they corner their hapless victim, they place upon his brow a crown made of knives, penetrating the eyes, which leak like grapes crushed in the harvest.
Still, far less frightening than being crowned the next king of France. Speaking of grapes, do your job.
Yes, monsieur.
Find the tomb marked with this crest and recover the lost manuscript. I'll meet you in 3 days' time. To your health, Arno.
I love Arno's reaction there. It says to your health.
Something about this memory. It's locked us out of the Helix data.
S'il continue, il va se rendre.
That fixed it. Now, I wonder where this detour leads. Another DNA sequence, perhaps. Only one way to find out.
The royal crypt must be under the basilica.
Did you see the soldiers? The town's falling apart. Now.
Those who oppose us, die! Death to all enemies of liberty!
Encore lui? Pas d'inquiétude, il est inoffensif.
Go, patriots! Die!
Tu te trompes, citoyenne. Je connais un peu les avenues du pouvoir et les drames que j'y ai vu se nouer n'ont rien de rassurant, crois-moi.
Oh! Oh mon Dieu! Oh meurtre! Garde! À l'aide!
Kill you for that! Fanatic! You make me look like a kitten!
Coming. Relax, friend. I mean you no harm. What's all that, then?
Shit! Aha! Can you break the peace?
Come on, I'm innocent, Captain.
Supposed to be a dance, you clumsy clod-hopping ox. Nowhere you can hide, devil.
Here to this bloody ruckus. Not a bleeding flagpole. Shift that much weight forward. Only when your opponent is off balance.
I could swear he came this way.
What's all the fuss about?
God has left the building.
Search is going on far too long. It will be finished when the Commandant returns.
Hey, what was that?
This Not you!
What? Wait, that's it. What was that?
Something's not right.
Now, where are you hiding, Louis? temple is...
Where is it?
Melt.
The temple door is nearby. Look at the map.
There's nothing here. You've wasted my time with this fabrication.
Call my honor into question?
Your honor as a soldier. Don't make me laugh. You're free to break your contract. Then I'm also free. And I have savage tastes.
I misspoke, Capitan. I heard there's a list of all the relics that were looted from the tomb. I can take you to them. A fine alternative to the temple.
That's not what I want. Look me in the eye when I'm speaking to you. Do you want what I want?
Yes.
Good. Then we're in agreement. Find the temple, and you just might make it back alive. Pleasure working with you.
Help!
You can't stop this dude from seeing you. So if you're doing a stealth challenge, don't bother trying to do it stealthily.
I hear something.
Citizen.
Stay back, ghosts! Help! Stay back, spirit! Ah!
Requiescat in pace. Makes no difference to you, does it? You're gone. Merci, monsieur. The map. Don Poirier's list of stolen relics in the Abbey Library. The manuscript must be on it. Ah, a hidden entrance.
Front I haven't here.
No! Die!
We're walking normal, like everybody else.
Hello there, Senny. Welcome on in, dude. I'm doing good. Things are going well. Had a lot of things I needed to do today, and I was also trying to get Prince of Persia Sands of Time to work in the way that I want it. It's working fine, as in it loads up okay and controller's okay and all that kind of stuff, but I need to do some more stuff to tweak the settings and all that kind of stuff to optimize it a bit better. So it's going to be a better quality than it was going to be. Especially to celebrate the game's 20th anniversary. So I need more time up my sleeve to get that done, so I figured I'd postpone that till next week and then just do a stream of this. Because I knew that I could do this DLC without having to start the whole game from scratch, because I just had to reload the game, and the file that was for my last playthrough of the main game doing that challenge that I did recently, I just piggybacked off that and applied all the skill points that I couldn't in that other playthrough. I had 59 skill points to play with at the start of this Dead Kings playthrough, so that was good.
Moderate scum!
Relax. My regards to him.
Relax. My regards. All that dialogue happening at once is like, what the hell? Crooked, that's fair. I reckon you're playing it on PC. That's true. Yeah. You've also had to go through quite a bit of setting up before it was streamable. Yeah. There's a fix that I didn't know about before for the fog, so I want to get that incorporated, and I just want to have it so that it's a bit more of a...
Who do I thank for this little public?
Because I don't want to just, slap it together and say, here's my 20th anniversary celebration, but I've actually decided to do something different too for it that I wasn't anticipating, because I forgot that the prince will have different dialogue if you die based on what you're up to in the game. For example, he'll say like, no, that didn't happen. I made the jump across the bridge, for example, and all that kind of stuff. So I want to do a playthrough where I have the prince die on purpose. But I won't do it as a separate playthrough. What I'll do is I'll just do it as part of the playthrough. So I'll just die on purpose in each section, just to get that dialogue from the prince when he's telling the story to Farah and all that kind of stuff. Harbinger late start, compatibility issues with Prince of Persia because Ubisoft doesn't update its games. Well, it's more that I didn't have it optimized the way that I wanted it to be, especially for a 20th anniversary celebration playthrough. I didn't want to just slap it together and say, here's my 20th anniversary playthrough, and have it be like not optimized the way that I want it. I want to be able to have the fog effects in it because I had to turn them off to get the game to work properly last time. And so I want to get that sorted.
Die already!
Somebody's going.
No! Shut you down!
Damn it! Hurry!
You die hard,
Crooked as well. I was looking at some videos for behind the scenes of Prince of Persia: Sands of Time, and unfortunately there's not really a lot to sort of like source. I looked for interviews with Patrice about it. I mean, there is that interview that's really long where he's playing Sands of Time with that other guy, but that's like an hour's worth of stuff, and I don't want to, play videos that long, because I'd rather have people be able to see that in their own time, and then have, the person who uploaded that content to their channel to get the views for it. But there was a French interview, but unfortunately, when I looked at the English translation for the captions on YouTube, it was just it was just a lot of gibberish. So I was like, damn it, because it was like a 5-minute video of Patrice being interviewed about it in French.
Come over here, I'll kill you.
But there's actually an interview. I don't want to show it all, but there's an interview with the producer of the remake, as well as Yuri Lowenthal, who played the prince in the original game, who was brought back to play him again in the remake. An interview with him, and he does talk a little bit about some of the stuff that happened back when recording for the prince back in the early 2000s for the original. So I was thinking of showing a little bit of that one as well. Are you going to do anything special? No. Nothing special. Just want to get it done in one stream. This is just a filler content. Just something to stream, so I can keep up with my 7 days a week schedule of streaming. Not that I'm not enjoying playing this or anything, but I'm not doing anything special for it.
Rest in peace.
Kroger, did you find the One Neo Game, a video game archive video yet? It's about 6 minutes long, features Patrice and some other devs. If not, you can send it. I think I did, yeah. There was also a GameStop series of videos that interviewed him and the creator of Prince of Persia, Jordan Mechner, as well. So I had a look at those also. That's okay, Harbinger. It's a great emote. When I first made it up, I thought I would just keep it without the redacted on it. But then I thought it might be a bit lost on people who even know about Control, what the black bar was actually meaning. Maybe, I don't know, but I thought I'd put the redacted text over it.
Wait a minute. Oh. Kill him! Real patriot.
Definitely a good idea to have it displayed like that. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it happens so often in that game too. It's just so funny. Redacted, 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 redacted. Harbinger, this is a playthrough in which you didn't level? It was, Harbinger, yeah. I had 59 skill points to take advantage of at the start of this playthrough of the Dead Kings DLC, so that was cool. Didn't have heaps of money left over from that playthrough, so I didn't have a lot of money to buy like the most expensive gear stuff. But it's good to do a playthrough of this on its own, separate from that playthrough, and just take advantage of the work that I'd done in it. Alright. Crooked Lol, it's gotten to a point where you just say blank to save 2 syllables when reading out loud. I don't blame you, dude. It's good to be able to do that. It still gets the same gist across.
Stop him!
For the revolution. I'll have your ears strung together.
You've broken the law. Stop right there. I'll knock you sideways.
Don Poirier's list. It reads Condorcet manuscript, located in the old red house, and then a name, Léon.
Come here! Those who have die! Citizen, stop! Rest in peace.
I don't know how these enemies got up on the roof part here. Like this enemy, sure, but not the red enemies that we just killed. That was funny to see them on the rooftop.
Hey! What are you afraid of? Hey! You want some fun? I'll happily cut your innards out to play with. This is my patriotic duty. Ah.
What an idiot.
Time to meet justice, citizen!
Something's not right. Say your best! He lost his mind! This futile flight won't save you!
Citizen, hold. Hold a moment.
Covering up your crime.
Elle disparaît avec le premier venu.
Arrêtez, se croit.
Belle demoiselle. Mais l'autre.
Alors, c'est une espèce de Jeanne.
Du calme.
T'es pas.
Thomas is coming back. You have no faith. We'll find that treasure.
Bonjour. Does Leon live here?
He ain't here. We haven't seen him for days. Leave us in peace.
Has he been arrested again?
Not that I know of.
A lot of people would like to see his hands cut off. He's a vicious thief, that man.
I need his help.
He went out to the windmill yesterday. I've not seen him since. Give him my name. Madame Margot.
Merci.
Please. Tell him to come home.
Léon.
Je parie qu'il va se rompre le cou.
Voilà qu'il est guerpille, comme je vous dis.
Je vous vois la semaine dernière.
Conscience, crois-moi. Fondez un vin d'Anjou pour l'occasion.
Je parie qu'il a bu.
There's an intruder in the tunnels.
Leon.
Mine now.
Aye! Small loot is not worth the blood. We find the door, we'll be bathing in glory. Back to work.
Small loot is not worth the blood. Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. The evil that men do lives after them, The good is oft interred with their bones. So, let it be with Caesar. Thanks for redeeming that, Harbinger. What's that from? I know it's in relation to Caesar getting assassinated, but is that from like a play based on it, a movie based on it? What's it from?
I've opened hundreds of coffers. Watch out, I'll revolt. I will.
Intruder! Prepare to die!
Yes, sir!
I'll kill you!
Hold your weapon! I'll kill you quickly!
Harbinger, that's from a Shakespeare play, but what you care about is the evil that men do line that inspired the Iron Maiden song with the same title. Ah, I gotcha. Yeah, I haven't actually heard much of Iron Maiden stuff.
We shouldn't be disturbing the slumber of the kings.
Don't tell me you believe
Oh,
that-
please! Oh! You ever meet a noble, Leon? You ever heard a noble talk? Descended from God, they were. Threads of gold arc from between their blessed legs into holy chamber pots. Then, Leon. Fountains of rubies spilled from their necks and rained down upon all of France. Now, a man born deep within the lowest circle of hell can rise to the very top of Olympus itself.
Unhand me, connard!
Is that what you want, little man? To rise up? I see it in you. Ambition. You're just like me.
Rose.
Commandant Bonaparte.
Any progress to report?
Only this.
Find me the door that this key unlocks, and I shall reward you beyond your wildest dreams.
What is behind the door?
This is our petite trespasser.
Who are you calling little? I'm nearly as tall as...
You need to learn a bit of diplomacy. Rose, I trust you'll show the boy to the surface.
Of course, Commandant. Kill him.
What? No! Let me go!
You do it. He's only a child. I have children of my own.
The ghosts of the kings.
So much for the element of surprise.
Today you
Empty
will
your
die!
pockets.
And your chest!
Stay back, monster!
I'm not a ghost. Madame Margot sent me.
Madame Margot? You are trying to confuse me.
Intruder! Hold it! A word, citizen!
Stop! Blade waits!
Whoa.
Still confused.
Quickly, we have to hide!
Not so fast. I'm looking for a manuscript. It was taken from a tomb under Saint Denis.
I have it. It's in my fortress. We can get it later. How did you do all that? You're the best fighter I've ever seen.
I wouldn't go that far.
Where did you train?
In Paris.
Whoa. I practice behind our house. I don't really have anyone to train with. All the freedom fighters are in Paris. Like you.
What about your mother?
Madame Margot? She's not my mother. My mother is Morisco. She had to go back to Spain. That's why she had to leave me at the orphanage. I bet my parents will come back. For now, we're going to need weapons.
Just leave that to the professionals. Where did you get that?
I stole it from 2 raiders yesterday. Hid it here.
This is a fine gun.
Yes, I know. I know what I'm doing.
Which is?
Saving France! Now that you're here, it's gonna be a lot easier.
Listen.
What?
We have to get that manuscript first. To protect it from the enemies of France.
Oh! All right! We need to get above ground. Hey! Look at me! I escaped!
Get in!
Catch me, and the Commodore will make you rich!
Catch that little rat!
Nice work. Don't let it go to your head.
Nothing in this world told me I should invite you over. We're both cowards? You got that right.
Not bad.
Go!
Like me.
I see you!
You will be next!
No mercy! Will you kill me?
Hello, Arthuri. Welcome on in. How's it going?
Whoa! You're better than all the stories!
That's because the stories aren't true.
This way out. I think.
No one of importance inquired after our activities.
There are rumors around town that Keith is sad is asking questions.
Out of trust for a reason. He's destitute and in prison.
Why do you employ such a man as Rose to find the temple? He cares nothing for us or our aims. If I was in your place, I would not pander
What
to
does a rat want?
food, of course.
You appeal to their self-interest. But you have miscalculated. Your people are dead. I know the human animal. What you fear, what you love. Is Rose a bad man? Undoubtedly. But I, Napoleon, can control him and turn him to what is best for France. The masses will gladly renounce their freedom if all can entertain the hope of rising to the top. The artifact inside the temple, I will bring them the illusion of hope. And I will lead us to glory.
We have to stop him and save the people of France.
Rescuing them only delays the inevitable.
What's wrong with you?
You're going to get yourself killed for nothing, little man.
If you can't do it, then I can!
Stop! Leon! Come back here!
Leon.
Where are you?
Arthur, you're fine, thank you. Your eating time later today. It was training today. Oh, nice. I hope your training went well. Hope you had a good time with it also. And that you'll enjoy your food. Crooked, he can be lucky Napoleon didn't execute him here and then after throwing away his breakfast apple. Didn't even get to take more than a bite. Yeah. I wonder if Napoleon wanted to get back at him in a different way. To be like, well, you ruined my apple, so now I'm going to ruin your psychology. Ruin your psyche. Mess with your head.
You will not! Come at me!
So Crooked, what's on the stream plan today, dude? You're going to be doing some more of that. Were you doing like a? I think you said it was like a. Wasn't it a PlayStation? Or sorry, a Nintendo? Was it like a Nintendo GameCube or Game Boy game?
Godspeed, citizen.
I like how they both said at the same time. Godspeed, citizen.
Pourquoi ce désordre?
Un acrobate? C'est comme ça qu'il s'entraîne.
Yes, he's an acrobat.
I'll get you! Show your face here once more! I'll bury you!
Arno, what cheer?
Arno, what cheer? Arno, hello.
Took it! I can't believe it! Oh, not again!
Sorry, Susan. Now you'll be poor and sick and hungry again.
Give me the manuscript.
Why? It has nothing to do with anything, does it?
I'm leaving the country. That's my way out.
What of the future? A free France where we all take care of each other.
Why don't you grow up? Forget France. You're on your own.
What happened to turn you into such a connard?
You can't save them. They're never coming back.
Hiding in plain sight. Napoleon didn't even notice him.
You are just like them.
Don't worry, Leon. Arno will come around. He's still hurting from the loss of Elise.
Serait-ce une espèce de jeu une fois que certains ont goûté à la violence?
Yeah, please, just a few coins, please. That's all. Fine then, I'll throw rocks at you as you try to climb away.
Hello, Arno.
Oh, Christ!
Hey there, Rosie. Elise versus Evie. What a matchup that would be.
C'est par ici les bons produits.
Bonsoir. We're closed. Someone is looking for you.
Who? The Marquis. Elise? Elise! Wait! Elise! Stop!
Cet homme passe sa vie sur les toilettes.
Who are you? We only took a couple sous. Here.
I've been looking for you, monsieur. Thank you for returning Léon.
Good luck with him.
I once had a son.
I'm sorry.
No. He's alive. I left him. I began the orphanage afterward.
Now that's love.
Sometimes love is a prison. His father taught me that. This, the orphanage, this is my true calling. Léon tells me you could have been the savior of France. Children.
Madame Margot.
He's behind the orphanage.
Rosie, either one is a candidate for prettiest game character, and both are from Assassin's Creed games. Ubisoft women technology is on point. Yeah, I don't really think about video game characters in that way. But there's definitely a lot of great characters in this series that we either have played as before, and it would have been cool to see us play as them again, and also characters that we never have played as before, but were very important characters in the story that haven't had their own game yet, like Claudia Auditore as well. I think it would have been cool to have a game with her, especially after Ezio retires as an assassin, and have that be part of her story, but also show some things from her perspective that we didn't see, especially between the events of Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood, and between Brotherhood and Revelations as well. Crooked? Oh yeah, though, she's the real goddess. Yeah, what a great character. You know, like, Ubisoft would have you think that Cassandra was the first strong female character in the series, but, you know, they overlook Aya, they overlook Aveline, they overlook Elise, they overlook Xiao Jun, they overlook Claudia Auditore. The list goes on and on and on and on and on and on. In fact, in some ways, they almost act as if she's like what Jennifer Lawrence said about being the first female action hero. It's like, oh no, we were the first people to introduce that kind of character to the series. Us, Ubisoft Quebec.
Little man. We have 3 days until my ship sails.
So what?
I'll get the artifact. Then I'm gone.
Fine. But how? Do you have a map to the temple in your coat?
The list of relics. Painting in the cavern. I knew I'd seen those plates before. They're drawn here. But this one is missing. I'm being serious.
Well, see. Meet me upstairs once you find the other two.
Oui, monsieur.
Kids.
I love how Anna says, oui, monsieur. Who is the mentor here, I wonder? Rosie, wait, J-Law said that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if she was being serious or if it was just an accidental thing that she said, but she was quoted as saying that she was the first female action hero in first female lead in an action movie or something.
You're no patriot. Get him! From the corner of the filthy rat!
But yeah, I just think it's a shame that a character that is only fairly new in the series gets given this kind of like pedestal status above all the other female characters in Assassin's Creed, as if, you know, the other female characters weren't worthy enough or something. Crooked Jennifer Lawrence says a lot and seems to think less for it. Yeah, it's interesting what some celebrities will say in interviews about stuff. Sometimes you wonder if they're just being silly or if they honestly believe it or their wording was just wrong. Yeah, it's funny when he says that too as well, Crooked. Like, calm down, enemy. Or NPC, I think it was. Down we go. Down we go further. There we go. Rosie, I remember when I was doing Hunger Games, nobody had ever put a woman in the lead of an action movie because it wouldn't work. Ah, so that's the actual quote that she said. Yeah. I know there's a lot of memes that popped up, and you had characters like Ellen Ripley from the Alien movies and Sarah Connor from the Terminator movies. But there's also, you know, so many other characters that are in, like, action movies, but they might not necessarily be, like, the lead character, but they definitely are... like, for example, in Raiders of the Lost Ark, Marion Ravenwood. She's like a highly independent character. She can hold her own. She basically has, you know, a good kind of like head on her shoulders, etc. You know. But there's countless examples. I mean, if you... This is the thing, and it's understandable, not everyone should be expected to know every single aspect of the history of every single thing to know that there might have already been something that happened or was done first, which they might think wasn't done until recently, you know. But there's so much stuff that has been in fiction, different fictions over the years, and all that kind of stuff, that there's probably examples of, you know, great things, but then you have like the times that things were made in as well, which do have some kind of effect sometimes on how things were done or how they were written and things like that. But the thing about action movies is, like, you can get really finicky with what is an action movie, and you can sort of get into areas of, you know, does this deserve to be in the genre and stuff, but even movies that came out a very long time ago, like, especially movies that are westerns, like, they're action movies, when you think about it. I mean, maybe not every single one of them, but they're definitely full of action, you know, like shootouts or someone going around and physically being able to, you know, be athletic and dodge stuff, you know, just things like that, and all those kinds of things. And then you can get into, you know, areas of originality as well with stuff. Like originality, if you take it at a literal meaning of original, it means obviously something that exists first above all, or exists first before anything else did, you know. So whatever the first horror movie was the original horror movie. Whatever the first person to die from such and such a thing was the original person to die, you know, or whatever the case may be. But there is no way anymore to be 100% completely original with nothing from something else that already exists. It just becomes a case of, do you like what is being done? And if you don't like what's being done, it doesn't mean that you're wrong to think that way. It just means that even though something may not be completely original, you might still not like that thing, and that's okay too. But I think to expect that there's going to be a very original thing that's completely original with nothing from anything else, then it's just going to be a bit more difficult to sort of like look at every single thing that's happened before. And just because something was the first of something doesn't necessarily by default make it the better thing either. Because things can definitely come along and improve what was already there in such a way to make the original thing not as good.
Moderate, die! You should have fled with all your aristos. Got you! You're mine!
Your will in order.
You up? I'll bet you! I will make you pay! Die! I'll beat you up! Made it first! No! Die!
Manifeste toujours dans...
So tomorrow's stream will be Tomb Raider 2. I'm going to be finishing off that playthrough and most likely starting Tomb Raider 3 that day as well. And that'll be my Thursday and Friday game. On Saturday, I'll be finishing off the Freedom Cry music-only playthrough as part of celebrating Black Flag's 10th anniversary. And after that playthrough is finished, I'll be jumping back into my Assassin's Creed Brotherhood 100% completion playthrough. And that'll be the rest of Saturday and then all of Sunday. And I still need to decide what my Monday and Tuesday game will be next week. So that's currently what's happening on the schedule. And next Wednesday, I'll be starting Prince of Persia Sands of Time to do a 20th anniversary playthrough of that game. Rose, you have a boatload of opinions on female action heroes. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely so many characters that you could look at and discuss and talk about over the whole history of the genre and the different decades and stuff like that. What the hell, game? Like, seriously. Rose, you think often they're just gender-flipped male characters, perfect pedestal women and or male-gaze vehicles, which is why Weaver and Hamilton are such OGs, having none of that. Yeah. And I guess there's also male characters that are for the female gaze as well. So I think both have the mirror kind of thing as well, where you have, you know, male characters that are just there for the eye candy for the viewer, just as you can have the same with female characters and stuff. But yeah, simply just taking the traits of one and the other in some ways can be considered just like a copy-paste thing, but I think there's general human traits that we all have as well which get incorporated into characters. Like, we all can be afraid of something, we all can be sad about something, we can all be angered by something. I think there's things that are, you know, certain human traits which are going to be in both as well. Like, you're allowed to have a female character get upset and angry and sad, and not just have that be, oh, well, they're only that way because they're a woman kind of thing. You can also have it that a man is sad or angry as well. And it wouldn't be something where it's like, that's typical of a male character to be like that sort of thing. I think it's very easy, as much as it's good to point out the positives about something, it's just as easy to start getting embroiled in the negatives as well, in the sense of looking at negative aspects of something and sort of like saying that those aspects are only applicable for one or the other and all that kind of stuff. But again, there's definitely certain things that different people experience in a way that others don't. And so it's important to make sure that when you're coming up with a character, that you're coming up with things that are going to make sense within the character. Like, it might not make sense to other characters. That's where you have things with perception and stuff like that, which can come into play as well. Whereas you don't think it's inherently bad, you just don't forget to include a character. You want flaws, not hypercompetence. Yeah, that's it too, you know.
Je pourrais le regarder toute la journée. Oh! Oui, puis-je quelque chose pour vous, citoyen?
Rosie thought Michelle Rodriguez was great in the D&D movie. Yeah, that one, because I haven't seen any of the movies that they've done in that franchise, but it seems like it's been doing a lot of good stuff.
En garde! A chakram from India.
What a sly thief. I've commandeered the other two.
So, what happens now?
I don't know, you tell me.
A little light in the darkness.
Go away! We're busy!
Wait. Look.
It's a map of the caverns!
I'll find out where it leads. You stay here.
But... Merde, Leon!
Rosie, she's heroic but rude, strong but imprecise, and has a weakness for tiny men. Yeah, I haven't seen her in a lot of stuff, but mainly Resident Evil. Hey there, Grace. Good time zone to you too. Hope things are going good.
You think you can outrun me? No escape for you!
Ce beau jeune homme! Je préfère attention à mes retrouver et cet envisage de déchaîner la violence dans toute la ville. C'est vrai. Pour cela aussi.
Et c'est lui maintenant?
Face me! Shit! Right in your mind!
My sword is yet.
Grace, going all right. A bit tired because you're trying to switch times so you're not jet lagged when you get to London tomorrow. That would be rough, having to do that to make sure that when you have like jet lag and stuff to consider. So how long of a flight is that going to be? Is it going to be like a real long one?
Are you, or are you not, an expert lockpick? Go on, choose one.
The Commandant told us to wait.
Anyone else prefer to wait?
Who are you? Ready to face your death? Come with your eyes! Got you!
There.
The ghost of the king!
A ghost? What sort of device is this? Like the map on the plates, it is made out of light.
Grace, more of a long travel day than a long flight really. You fly to Boston in a few hours, have a 4-hour layover, and then the flight from Boston to London is about 7 hours of flight time. Oh wow. Yeah, there definitely is a lot of travel to actually do in one day.
Lasses will be killed on sight.
That's all right. Intruder! Prepare to die! Yes, how you pierce your side?
Done.
Cannot run! Trespassers will be killed on sight! Empty your pockets and your chest!
Crooked, going to be lurking for now, taking the doggo out and then doing some gaming yourself. Hope you have a great time with Dead King Senny. Thank you so much, Crooked, for being here, dude. I hope that you enjoy your walk with the doggo, and I hope that you have a great start to your stream as well. Thank you so much for leaving the lurk too, dude. Really, really appreciate it. And I have a feeling that you might be getting some kind of raid at some point in the future soon. So thank you for being here, dude. And I hope that when you start your stream, you have a great start to it. Grace, but as long as you get some sleep on the flight to London, you'll be alright. Damn red-eye flights, but it was the best option. That's the thing, right, isn't it? You know, sometimes it's like, what is the better option? And even if it involves some kind of, like, annoying aspects, it could be the least annoying aspect, or the least annoying route to take. But hopefully you do get some sleep as well, and maybe even more than just some. Maybe you might get a lot of sleep. No worries at all, partner. Catch you again soon, Senny. Hope you have a great time with the doggo. Watch out for the Templars.
One of us will die! Fight me, cowards! Your end is coming.
Got it.
Grace, it was nice to have a flight not land in the afternoon and waste most of the day, although you have to lug your crap around until you can check into the hotel. Ooh. Yeah, that aspect can be very annoying too. And the longer you have to wait, of course, and can't just, offload all the stuff that you're carrying, the more annoying it gets as well. Grace, you land at 6 a.m. Even with the fine line through customs, you don't imagine you'll be in the airport much after 8. And that's a long wait too. Like, some might say, oh, it's only 2 hours, but still, that's 2 sets of 60-minute blocks that have to transpire before it gets to the point where you can do something to progress.
There. The lock. Now for the golden key.
Prepare to die! Empty your arms! Heads up! Tails, you'll die! There's no way out, mate!
That progression will be breakfast. Awesome.
Oh! What did I tell you?
Bonjour.
What have you been doing?
Nothing. Did you find the lock?
Yes. Now I need the key.
Do you know the soldier carrying this chest for the little commandant? I just saw him in the market.
Merci. And I told you to stay here, remember?
Oui, monsieur.
There you are. Now leave me.
Regarde ça. Alert me if you see anything unusual.
Yes, sir.
Qui se préoccupe de nous? Évite ces détails.
Just wanted to test it out because I've never tried that before.
There you are. Now lead me to the golden key.
Alert me if you see anything unusual.
Yes, sir.
There you are!
Maintenant, où va-t-il donc?
Que diable? I'm not done with you!
Grace, but you'll have to figure out something to do until around 3 p.m. The trip to the hotel is only about 90 minutes, so even if you take your time at breakfast and spend 90 minutes there, you're likely to be at the hotel by noon. You're hoping they have a place to store your bags so you can go exploring in town. Absolutely have somewhere that you can, instead of having to, lug it around with you the whole time. Hopefully you can make things a lot easier and less stressful too.
Silver. Nearly enough to fill a chest.
Give it to me.
The Commandant still suspects nothing.
He is occupied in Paris. Your usual fee, plus a promotion.
Très bon. A pleasure doing business with you.
Come here, you cowardly bastard, now!
What the hell's going on?
I'll get you right in! Cut him off! You're no lawman.
Quand ces ennuis se régleront aussi bien sans moi.
Cut him off!
Guards! I will have you arrested!
You will do no such thing. Tell me the location of the chest containing the golden key, or I shall reveal your thievery.
I am merely seeking a harmless profit.
Like a rat hungry for apples.
How did you know?
Surely the Commandant will find the comparison enlightening.
The chest is under guard within the caverns. Here.
Merci. Now get out of my sight.
Oh, shit! Better be back to barracks. Double time. What? Bloody royalist! Ah!
Who's firing? Huh?
Grace, you're betting they'll be able to accommodate you. Maybe you'll even get lucky and you'll be able to check in a bit early. Hopefully so. That'd be really cool if you could. Makes a huge difference too as well. Then you don't have to worry so much about getting back quickly, you know, because then you could spend a bit more time exploring instead of feeling like you have to rush. Yeah, Gracie's like, you'll have me arrested, I'll have you skewered. It's so funny because that dude, like, the game tells you to tackle him, but what the game really wants you to do with him is fight him, and then he'll reveal to you that information. But it's cool that you can kill him afterwards if you want to. Hey there, Code. Good afternoon. I postponed my Prince of Persia Sands of Time playthrough till next week, so to just have something to stream, I decided to do this DLC from start to finish. I used my... well, not that there's multiple saves I can choose, but the last playthrough I did of the main game, I wasn't getting any of the skills, so I had 59 skill points at the start of this playthrough to be able to use.
Another bloody athlete.
Rest in peace.
Exquisite, Maestro.
Code and 85 hours or so, 2077 neutral run done. Last mission was a total clusterfuck on design, and the ending fully reminds you of Witcher 3 in many ways. Well, that's good that you got to the end. Is that your first playthrough of it? That's a lot of hours too to put in. Was that doing just the main stuff, or were you actually doing like side stuff too?
What was that? What the devils? The hell?
Your gold is mine! Like sleepwalking. Almost gone. The bagel. What will my death?
It's like, let's put you out of your glitching misery.
Not dreaming. What's that, man?
Hey, stay there a moment! You will not be here alive! Shoot the climbing bastard! How about me?
Look at things with them.
Another vixen!
I think my dinner must be ready.
They're pretty stingy on the smoke bombs in this game when you loot them. Or when you're looting.
Ain't the best.
Stop where you are!
Something's going on.
I will win this fight still! I don't give up, you whoreson! Go!
Straight.
Go with God! Oh!
Are you lost?
Fight me, coward! What? You must!
You'll have to climb over. You've broken the law.
Hello, Carbon. I'm doing really, really good. How about you? I hope you're doing well. Thank you for the follow, Cambone.
All that security for a key. What lies behind that door?
Oh, nice, Carbon. That's awesome. It's always good to be able to have a quick break. I hope work is going good. I hope it's not too stressful. Glad to hear that you're doing good. And thanks for choosing to stop in while you're on your lunch break as well. I really appreciate that too.
Cheeky bloody monkey!
Who are you?
Bloody hell, don't lose it!
Work is okay, a good mix of things to do, but not too much stress. That's always good. I hope that continues for the rest of the time for you. It also helps make the time go smoothly too. Otherwise it might feel like it's taking a longer time than it actually is.
Did he go down? Pick
Back here! Thief! Someone help! He's a thief! Get him! Catch the thief! Oh, somebody help me!
I like it, Carbon. I think it's a good DLC. If you really like playing as Arno, it's good to have something extra. The only downside to this DLC is that when you're in the main when you're in the main game, they actually made the DLC content accessible by a fast travel point as well. And if you have the map zoomed out too far, it's very easy to confuse the icon for the cafe theatre where you want to fast travel to with the icon for the DLC fast travel point. And if you accidentally fast travel to the DLC, it won't actually let you go back into the main game until you finish the first memory of this DLC. So I think that was quite annoying that they did it that way, because there was 2 occasions on different playthroughs early on where I accidentally fast traveled to this DLC instead of fast traveling back to the cafe theatre. But there's nothing major new that you need to work out how to do in this game. They add like a torch, a lantern that Arno has that you need to use for certain things, like there might be a climbable wall, but on that wall there's like insects that will bite you. And so if you have the lantern turned on, they'll just run off so you can climb up properly. Yeah, Carbon. So it can be quite frustrating when that happens, because especially if you want to play the main game first and then finish it before doing this, because this does have some minor spoilers for the ending of the main game. But luckily it's not in the first memory that they have a spoiler for the main game. It's in the 3rd memory, I think it is. Hey there, Afro. Dead Kings, all of a sudden you thought it was Detroit today. No, I actually finished that playthrough yesterday, so got that done. I actually had a very interesting experience with that, because the first playthrough was in 2020, and there were some things I couldn't remember, but I definitely know that I didn't have things happen in the first playthrough, such as Connor being decommissioned and taken off the case, which takes him out of the story. So I had that happen to me. So it was cool to replay that game again. But today's stream was going to be Prince of Persia Sands of Time, because I want to do a playthrough to celebrate its 20th anniversary. But I wasn't quite happy with the presentation of it, so I need to work more on optimizing the game on PC so it's a better experience. So I'll postpone starting that till next week, next Wednesday.
Hold still, you runt! Don't
So I thought I'd play this because I know I can get it done in one stream. In fact, we're actually up to the last memory of the DLC. Just need to get back to the entrance area that I need to get to the memory start.
Is that liquor in the filth? It's a shame. I'll bring you down a peg. You won't outlast me.
You mine! Ah, much too slow!
What the hell?
Code, all in all, you did enjoy the game most of the time. Some quality things could be nice, like not having the radio turning on every time you use the vehicle. Yeah, little things like that can definitely go a long way to have that as an option, instead of having to put up with it every single time.
Simple
You won't kill me, will you?
Kill me.
Afro, you just didn't like the spending time there at all. It's a weird place, Franciard. It's filthy, run down and dead, but still kind of pretty, but you really hated the catacombs. It was really claustrophobic. Yeah, the annoying thing too is that these enemies, when you're trying to run off and climb stuff, they throw shitty little rocks at you, which really, really annoys me. Alright, here we go, the final memory of the DLC. A Crown of Thorns. You get 40,000 livre for doing this one.
Now for that artifact.
Allow me. What skill stealing the key? Much obliged.
Should I notify the Commandant?
Tell him that I resign.
What now?
To light your way.
Leon, how did you find me?
I know what I'm doing. All of France is counting on you.
Little man, thank you. Now get out of sight, I mean it.
Why?
It's time to find out what's inside that temple.
And the Capitaine?
He shall fall! For I am an assassin.
Fuck yeah, you are. It's one of my favorite Arno quotes.
Who built this place?
I think you're hard.
What the hell was that?
Stop! My sword! Yeah?
Not hearing.
Two against one!
The devil do I get it? Open, damn you!
The artifact will never be yours.
You won't escape!
I've commandeered the artillery required to break this siege.
Steal the artifact, and your reward shall be far greater than anything Commandant Bonaparte has offered.
Where do I deliver it? the Lady Eve.
What was that?
Vive la France!
Get him! Steal the artifact! There! I won't give up! I will kill you!
Now, old friend, we shall see why they're after you. What dark magic is this? That Commandant must never have it.
Ah, dear Arno, our hopes as to the future condition of the human species may be reduced to 3 points.
Napoleon Bonaparte, you are under arrest for treason and deserting your post.
The destruction of inequality between different nations. The progress of equality in one and the same nation.
Final passengers!
This must reach Al-Mualim in Cairo.
Ha!
And lastly, the real improvement of man.
And there we go, that's the Dead Kings DLC. Carbon, why is it called the Dead Kings? It's in relation to the kings of old that actually lived there in Franciard. As far as I'm aware, I don't know too much about the actual history of that place, but the manuscript that we were looking for and all that kind of stuff is tied to that. And Napoleon was looking for that as well. And the artifact that Arno had given away is the same one that Napoleon later on eventually gets, and they tied that into the real life Napoleon battle that took place in Egypt. So in Assassin's Creed history, one of the reasons why he waged war there was to get that artifact that Arno just gave away to be taken to Egypt. But yeah, as for the actual kings, I don't know how much of that is actually based on like the real kings of Franciard or whatnot. But I guess in a way it's kind of like going after relics that are in the possession of royalty that is long dead as well. Hey there, Absolution. Welcome on in. Welcome to the end of the stream. Thank you for joining. This is a filler playthrough because I wanted to postpone starting Prince of Persia Sands of Time till next week. So I thought I'd do this because it's short, and I wasn't worried about doing optional objectives. So if you kind of know what you're doing and you don't worry about optional objectives, you can pretty much finish this in a couple of hours or so. So how long have I been streaming for? 2 hours and 30 minutes. Oh, that's okay, Carbon. That's no trouble at all. I kind of like to think that this DLC, in a little bit of a way, is kind of like a adventure story, like a bit of a Indiana Jones type sort of scenario, with Arno going after an artifact and having to deal with these like ancient like tomb type areas and stuff like that. So I won't be ending the stream straight away. I'd like to actually raid Crocodiles, who's in here earlier. I don't know what he'll be playing today though, because he did Assassin's Creed Origins yesterday. Did the stream for that? For Control. I mean, not AC Origins, Control, which is a good game. So I might just let the credits roll. But I can find other things to do in this anyway. I might do some Paris stories or something in the main game. So the next Assassin's Creed stream will be my scheduled one, which is Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry. I'll be doing that on Saturday to continue the music-only playthrough. I don't have that many memories left, so I'll be finishing that playthrough on Saturday, and on the same day I'll jump back into my Brotherhood playthrough, doing 100% completion, and then Sunday will be completely Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, and then until I finish Brotherhood, it'll be Saturdays and Sundays that I do that, because I want to get that done as soon as possible, but not rushing it. There's so much stuff to do, and it's one of those things where I know it's going to take a bit of time, so it might take a few more streams, pardon me, to get through that. But I do have plans for more Black Flag playthroughs. It's just that I wanted to have a bit of a break from playing that game, because as much as I love it, I don't want to get burned out on it before I've done all the playthroughs I want to celebrate its 10th anniversary. So when I finish the Freedom Cry music only portion of that playthrough, that'll be the last Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry / Black Flag stream for a little bit, not months and months and months or anything like that, but after I finish my Brotherhood playthrough, I would like to do a different Assassin's Creed game as well in between, and then maybe after that's done, jump back to Black Flag and do something else with that. So that's kind of what the plan is coming up on the channel, Assassin's Creed related. Tomorrow's stream will be Tomb Raider 2, and I'm going to be finishing that game tomorrow, and we'll be jumping into Tomb Raider 3, and then Friday I'll be continuing on Tomb Raider 3. Just need to work out what I want to play next Monday and Tuesday. I've got a few options. I can either do more days for Prince of Persia, or I can do a different game altogether, or I can do an extra playthrough of Brotherhood. Let's have to wait and see what I think in the coming days and stuff like that. But I'll have to think about what I want to actually do for Mondays and Tuesdays. Still got a lot of Tomb Raider games to get through as well, because Tomb Raider 2, once I finish that, there'll be 10 more Tomb Raider games I need to get through before the year ends. So the games that I'm doing is Tomb Raider 1, which I've already done, Tomb Raider 2, which I'll finish tomorrow, Tomb Raider 3, 4, which is The Last Revelation, 5, which is Chronicles, 6, which is The Angel of Darkness. Then instead of doing Legend, which came out before Anniversary, I'm going to do Anniversary first because it's actually a prequel to Legend. So I'll be doing Anniversary and then Legend and then Underworld, and then that'll leave the reboot trilogy to go through, and then that'll be all the Tomb Raider games that I'm going to go through for the annual playthroughs. Oh, nice. It looks like Crooked is going to be doing a New Game Plus playthrough of Ghost of Tsushima. Cool. I just checked his channel and he's updated his stream title. So that'll be cool. I need to do a playthrough of that game at some point too. Haven't played it before. So I'll let the credits roll out, and if Crooked goes live, then I'll raid out. But if after the credits are finished he still hasn't gone live, I'll just do some Paris stories in the main game. And boom, credits end. Okay, so Crooked hasn't gone live yet with Ghost of Tsushima, so until that point, so I can still raid out to him, I'll just go into the main game and do some of the Paris stories.
Neveu. A-t-il perdu la règle?
So all this progress here in the main game, that's actually from a playthrough I did before, which is separate to this one of Dead Kings. But what will happen is the next time I want to do a playthrough of Assassin's Creed Unity from the start, I'll have to delete all this so I can start from scratch. But to fill out the rest of the stream until such time as I can raid out to crocodiles. We'll do some of the Paris stories that are in the main game. And let's do this one. Devilishly tricky.
Find this sheep! I'll fleece you, I will! Skin it off!
Tant que nous sommes ensemble, nous n'avons rien à faire. Ma parole, j'aurais pu
Again. The fountains are cursed. There are 3 such fountains. If you drink the water, the devil comes to you and lures you away with promises. One of the fountains is right there.
Le pouvoir dévoile enfin son vrai visage!
Careful, citizen. These fountains are dangerous.
This is unholy ground. I say a Hail Mary whenever I pass a fountain. It's just common sense.
Some odd goings on around here.
Come to me. I can give you untold riches. Eternal life can be yours. Everything you desire. Just come to me. Yes. This come. You will find peace at last.
Je les ai procurés, je ne sais. Une visite de sa carte.
Hey!
I'm gonna keep that dog of yours. Massive improvement, no doubt. Someone's gonna keep those sons of ragged bitches quiet.
Voilà des il avait raison. La terre semble s'en passer. J'espère qu'il meurt.
Come to me. I can give you untold riches. Eternal life can be yours. Everything you desire. Just come to me. Come, yes. Close. Come. You will find peace at last.
Hearing voices, are we? There you are! Damn it! Hurry, hurry! Poison! You'll pay!
S'il vous plaît,
You think you're God to decide who gets dead and who doesn't? You have him we don't like people who treat us like dirt. You stay here until we're done with you.
Yeah, won't it?
This will happen again.
It's
good to see you on Grumble.
Je crois qu'une petite promenade me fait du bien.
Un excellent moyen d'éviter la boue.
Someone please chain the loony to a wall.
Back
Hey,
off!
that's right, I'm talking to you, shithead.
Come to me. I can give you untold riches. Eternal life can be yours. Everything you desire. Come, just come.
C'est que j'ai d'autres livraisons après. Projet par le fort. Il triste et dégradé.
Hey, retourne dans ta...
Nous allons bien trouver une solution.
J'espère juste que tu n'es pas marié.
Alright, let's do another Paris story. That one was the one with the quote-unquote satanic, devilish apparitions causing havoc. Iscariot the Giant. Let's go hunting a giant.
Famille, donnez l'alerte. Il y a un meurtrier en ligne.
I said I want all the money you've got.
Vous restez trop longtemps à la taverne. Nouvelle avant tout le monde. Dans la gazette.
Hey, Hario, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you for doing that. Welcome on in. Thank you for bringing your raiders through. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope you had a great stream. Thank you so much for the follow, Nikki D35. Thank you so much. We just did the Freedom Cry. We just did the Dead Kings DLC for this, and I'm gonna go and raid Crocodile soon. I was just waiting until he goes live, so I was doing some Paris stories in the main game. Thank you so much for raiding. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I really do like Unity. It's one of those games that I like to replay a lot. In fact, the last playthrough I did was just a few weeks ago. I was going to be doing Prince of Persia Sands of Time today, but I need more time to optimize the game to the level that I want it to be, so I decided to postpone that until next week, and decided to jump in and do something that I knew I could finish in one stream. So we did the DLC content, so that's all done. I actually did a challenge playthrough with this game a few weeks back where I couldn't access any of the skills, I couldn't upgrade anything. And the way that this game works with your save file is there's only one save file, and it gets tied to your user profile. And so if you want to actually start the game from scratch, you have to actually delete your hard drive save, but also your cloud save as well, so you can start from scratch. But because I just wanted to do that DLC, it just meant loading up this and going from where I was in the last playthrough I did, and I had 59 skill points that I ended up accumulating for that playthrough, so I was able to use them in this stream. for this playthrough of the DLC. There's a lot of Paris stories in this game, so I just thought I'd do different ones, various different ones. So this one's about a giant of a man that's been going around causing problems.
I warn all citizens, go to your homes and barricade yourselves in. He threatens people and takes their things. If someone refuses, the giant squeezes the life from them like juice from an orange. A man today refused, and now he lies dead.
Like an orange.
He sniffs the air as if hunting prey. He tracked a man down today, killed him where he stood.
Yes, a giant. He killed a man. Huge. Blue and green skin. Dressed in black. Terrifying. Éloignez-vous. La place de
Blue and green skin. I know Shrek doesn't have blue skin, but maybe it's Shrek.
My dear husband, look, crushed to death for what? He refused to give everything he had to the giant Iscariot.
Thank you so much for the follow, Maria Bulgaria. Thank you very much.
Qu'ai-je manqué?
Broken ribs, ouch. Harry, you remember when this first came out? It had a bad launch, but it still was an awesome game. You remember being blown away by the graphics at the time, and it still looks great. That's true. It definitely had a launch that kind of like, you know, it still sticks for some people, even though they did actually make some improvements to fix those bugs and stuff like that. But it was unfortunate because I feel that there's definitely a lot that this game has. Great story, like great rendition of like the whole city of Paris, and there's just so much really good stuff in Assassin's Creed Unity that I'm glad I actually played it after all the stuff had been fixed, because at the time I wanted to wait till I had a next-gen console before playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and it would take until 2016 for me to get an Xbox One. So there was a lot of there was 3 Assassin's Creed games I wanted to catch up on once I got the Xbox One. And so when I played this game for the first time, I thought it was really cool, and it's one of those things too where like the patches, like it's not perfect. They didn't patch, they didn't get rid of every glitch, so there's still some glitches. But I feel like the game breaking ones, they definitely took care of.
Oh merde! Oh merde!
And there we go. That's the giant dealt. Iscariot the giant. He is now dead. Oh goody, Arno found some eggs. So funny the things that Arno can loot from enemies, but the funny thing is, they don't actually do anything. Except for, like, I guess they do give you money. But it would have been funny if there was some extra stuff you could do with it. Like if Arno had actually looted someone and there was some eggs, that you could actually use them as like a joke weapon. Just throw an egg at an enemy. Let's go and have Arno get the money out of the chest. Not that it's like an amazing amount of livre. It's only 80.
A letter arrived for you. I left it in your
Turn
room.
out today.
A letter? For me? Actually, might change up things a bit and do a murder mystery.
Que se passe-t-il?
Old citizen, are you loyal to France?
Le ciel fait, ne me regarde pas.
What's happening again? Oh.
The only thought you ever had is kill. Jean-Luc! This is my...
What the hell? What's happening with that? What a glitch.
Hey,
Qu'est-ce que vous faites?
Que se passe-t-il?
On cherche à ça. Par ici. Par ici. Ah. Viens donc afficher tes couleurs. Je dois payer leur part. Il faut chercher les bâtons.
Get in there! That's 3 times this month.
I gotta eat. You gotta feed me. Works out.
Shut it. What do you want?
Lot of crime going on. Need help?
I've got things well under control, thank you very much.
What about all the murders you never solve?
I said shut it, Vidoc!
Think about it. He solves them. You get the credit.
Tell you what. Solve a murder, I'll give you a weapon out of the bin. Meanwhile, I have more important things to do.
Hey! I know the streets. I can help you out.
Why would you?
Because that stinking stupid pig of a police minister doesn't have the stinking stupid sense to do anything that might give even a grifter like me hope that someday, this city might not be a shitty place to live. And because I'm bored out my bloody mind!
Oh, for the love of God, Vidar, shush!
Vidok.
Something kind of creepy about monks. Closed up like that in a big building. Sometimes that's hard on people. Better check out the monastery here on the island, though.
It'll take a lot to wake him up, it seems.
An officer of the peace, fully injured.
Ce monsieur était là
Il se passe quelque chose.
Tell us the fate of Madame Perigny, Captain!
Rabbit Lecter, you're just a cancer to be cut out.
I want to see if I can do this murder mystery at night. Time of day. Night. Harry, going to work, my dude. Got to make lunch and collect your kids from school. It was nice to meet you, and thanks for this stream. That's no trouble at all, Harry. Thank you so much for the raid. I really do appreciate it. It was great to come across your stream in Crocodile's raid into your channel yesterday as well. And thank you for the follow earlier too. I really appreciate that also. I hope that things go well. You have a great rest of your day. Harbinger, thanks for redeeming the scene reenactment as Schwarzenegger. I did, Harbinger, yeah, finished the DLC about half an hour ago. So I've just been doing Paris stories, and I'm going to do this murder mystery next.
The free citizens of France! You
Viens donc afficher tes couleurs.
Something kind of creepy about monks. Closed up like that in a big building. Sometimes that's hard on people.
Alors, il n'y en aura pas pour tout le monde. Oui, monsieur, pour quelle quantité?
Étrange manière de courir.
Nice try, I will catch you! No, you don't! What was that?
Oh, that's becoming morning. Oh well, game. Fine.
Got it!
Right.
Harbinger, you don't mind doing them yourself, but after the first and second time, remember who is guilty and you can just accuse him if you have unlocked the investigation area. That's true. Yeah, you can definitely just go and accuse the culprit if you know from past playthrough who it is. No, I'll be finishing Tomb Raider 2, and then I'll be starting Tomb Raider 3, because Tomb Raider The Last Revelation is the fourth game. Yeah, so finishing Tomb Raider 2, starting Tomb Raider 3. Okay, I'll redeem that scene reenactment. You don't know why you said The Last Revelation? Ah, that's no worries at all. You were close. Okay, so I've got a scene reenactment to do with the Arnie impression. The flight plan I just filed with the agency. There's me, my man, Dr. Pavel, here, but only one of you. First one to talk gets to stay on my aircraft. Who paid you to grab Dr. Pavel? He didn't fly so good. Who wants to try next? Tell me about Bane. Why does he wear the mask? A lot of loyalty for a hired gun. Or perhaps he's wondering why someone would shoot a man before throwing him out of a plane. At least you can talk. Who are you? It doesn't matter who we are. What matters is our plan. No one cared who I was until I put on the mask. If I pull that off, would you die? It would be extremely painful. You're a big guy. For you. Was getting caught part of your plan? Of course. Dr. Pavel refused our offer in favor of yours. We had to find out what he told you. Nothing. I said nothing. Well, congratulations. You got yourself caught. Now, what's the next step in your master plan? Crashing the plane with no survivors.
Dear Lord, Friars Stanislas, Bernard, and even the respected Friar Benoit, and then Friar Jean, all dead. It passeth all understanding. 3 monks survived, praise God, but I dare not think. Is it possible that the murderer is one of them? Bah, ridiculous. Which of them would be capable of such an atrocity?
I'm not going to look at all the clues, and while I do know who it is, I'm just going to speak to the people you can speak to before accusing the person that I know committed the crime.
So much happened. First, the death of the elder monks. Friar Jean served them wine, and they immediately became very tired. They went to bed and couldn't be roused. I ran to the doctor. When I came back, what did I find? They were all dead. And there's Friar Jean, strangled at his desk.
Saw a monk right over there, starting a fire he was. A fire, here in the vineyard. Well, I yelled at him to get on out of there, and he ran off.
I am very worried about Friar Honoré. He and Friar Jean were quite close. I fear Jean's murder has affected Honoré's sanity.
God's will cannot be understood by mortal man. We search and pray and do the best we can. Small hints can be discerned, say, in the writings of prophets. I believe Nostradamus is one. God's will cannot be understood by mortal man. We search and pray and do the best we can. The conspirators were foretold to die in their sleep. Jean was victim of a fratricide. Is it murder to fulfill a prophecy? It's all coming true, I tell you. Even this.
He's a bit off his nut, if you ask me. Arrest the madman. 9 times out of 10, you're right. Go ahead.
It's so funny because that murderer is like, oh, it was foretold that that would happen. So if me doing that was just simply making sure that what was foretold came to pass, I should get off free, right? It's like, yeah, you know, it's pretty easy to look at something already written down and then just do things to the letter. It doesn't mean that those predictions were right. It just means that you looked at the text and you decided to take it upon yourself to make sure that what you read was actually done in your murder that you did. So with that, Crocodiles is now live with Ghost of Tsushima, so we're going to go and raid out to him. Just wanted to do some more content for the stream. So we finished the Dead Kings DLC, so that was good to get that sorted. Just want to thank everyone so much for watching. Just want to give some shout outs. Would like to highly recommend people check out Hario, Grace O'Malice, Eta Carbon, and Mr. Gote. Hario is playing Quantum Break, one of the games by Remedy Entertainment. He's also, I believe, played through Control as well. Grace is playing games along the lines of Stardew Valley, but she also likes Assassin's Creed games as well. Carbon is playing through Assassin's Creed 3. He's a great streamer as well. He has a great community over there too. And Mr. Gote has been doing some Diablo 4. He's also a fan of horror games like Dead Space, as well as the Outlast games. And he's also a fan of the Ghost Recon series, among other ones. So I highly recommend checking out those streamers if you haven't before. Absolutely no worries at all, Hario. No problem for the shout out. Thanks again for the raid. Really appreciate that. And speaking of raids, let's set up to raid Crocodiles. He's doing a New Game Plus playthrough of Ghost of Tsushima. And here's a raid message I'll put in chat for those who'd like to actually come along with the raid. There's one variation, and I'll also put in another one that has some free follower emotes as well. But of course, feel free to also use your own combination as well. The next stream that you'll see from me will be Tomb Raider 2, and I'll be finishing that off and starting Tomb Raider 3. So if you see me streaming any old school Tomb Raider games, you know it's become Thursday for me. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you all have a good one, and catch you next time.
Is this normal behavior? It's normal these days. I could swear he came this way.
Allons, il n'y en aura pas pour tout le monde. Oui, monsieur, pour quelle quantité? Non, le drôle de prix n'est pas négociable.
Allez, Oust, du balai.
J'ai du bon grain à vendre, 60 livres par sétier, c'est une occasion à saisir. Allons, il n'y en aura pas pour tout le monde. Oui, monsieur, pour quelle quantité? Non, le drôle de prix n'est pas négociable. Madame, là-bas, combien m'en offrez-vous? 70 livres, vendu. Allons, il n'y en aura pas pour tout le monde. Oui, monsieur, pour quelle quantité?
20 jours en villégiature. Pensez-vous qu'il m'aurait envoyé une lettre? Qu'il m'aurait transmis une pensée?
J'ai du bon grain à vendre, 60 livres par sétier, c'est une occasion à saisir. Allons, il n'y en aura pas pour tout le monde. Oui, monsieur, pour quelle quantité?
Et tous les efforts que j'ai consentis pour
n'est pas négociable.
Les